Mr. White, your 6 o'clock is here. It's John yesterday.
Thank you, Lori. My compliments to your stylist. Great suit.
I picked it out, Mr. White.
Ah, then my compliments to Human Resources for hiring you.
You hired me yourself, Mr. White.
Oh, I see. Tell him to come right in, please.
That was a
Mr.
terrible
White, what's your name
attempt.
now, Mr. Yesterday?
at pickup. Holy fuck.
Come over here, John. Have a look at this sunset. My advice to you is, if in your next life you come back as a filthy rich businessman, remember to get an office with a view like this. It's the only part that's really worth it in the end.
I can't even remember what I've done in this life, Mr. White.
Henry. Call me Henry. You used to call me that.
Memories.
Tell me, John. Have you managed to remember anything about your past on your own?
No. Well, sometimes I get small flashes of random images, sounds. It's happened 3 times now. Watching a movie, looking at my hand, seeing a bluebird.
Curious, isn't it? Tell me more.
Movie.
What was it you remembered when you were watching that movie?
It took place in Paris. Suddenly, I saw, I don't know, a sort of antique shop. A girl.
What happened when you looked at this blue bird?
It perched on the windowsill in the hospital. Suddenly I saw myself with a beard and long hair in a blizzard.
What came to mind when you looked at your hand?
Well, it was actually the scar on my hand. The image of a strange person appeared in my mind. Some kind of priest in a church. He was talking about killing someone. Me.
What?
How is your mother doing?
She has a slight cold. She seems like a good person. She's been telling me a lot about my life, but I can't seem to remember anything about it. Not a thing.
Give her my best. And let me pick your brains for a moment. What has she told you? You never used to talk about yourself in the old days.
What is going on right now?
Do you have a partner?
My mother says I had a girlfriend a long time ago. Suzanne. Now I'm single, it seems.
That's too bad.
What has she told you about your likes?
This is strange. She told me that I never liked grapes. But the other day I tried one and it was delicious.
Interesting. To what extent are our likes and dislikes conditioned by our memories?
This is true.
I love grapes.
I hope you're not hitting on me. Or wait, am I the... Who am I?
I threw myself into my schoolwork. Apparently I'm smart. I have a master's in the history of religion from my mother. She's a worldwide authority on the history of satanic cults. The terrible thing is that I don't remember a single thing I learned in all those years in the university, except what was in the books you sent me in the hospital and what my mother has been telling me.
All right.
What has your mother told you about your childhood?
All there is to tell. Only child, shy, few friends, obedient, athletic. I just wish I could remember.
Hospital.
Everything all right at the hospital?
Yes, of course. Thank you for taking care of the bill.
I didn't do it. My money did. Sometimes it gets tired of rotting in the bank.
You rich, arrogant
goodness,
prick.
John. I haven't even offered you a chair.
What the fuck? Are we John or are we the other guy? Because, I mean, the game's called Yesterday, and his name is John Yesterday.
I'm very sorry for what happened, John. Very sorry. I can't help thinking that it's all my doing.
On the contrary, I've come here to thank you.
And to get some answers, I imagine. What do you want to know?
Everything. My identity.
I want to know who I am.
I'm not God, John. If you want to solve that mystery, go to a church and pray. I can only resolve human dilemmas.
Alright, Satanism.
Why did you send those books on satanic cults to me in the hospital?
To help your mother re-educate you, and with an eye to a matter that we had between us. One that we still have.
What?
What connects me to you?
There's a lot, John. You were working for me when you tried to kill yourself. You got too involved in the investigation. You lost your perspective. Lori has the contract, by the way. Ask for her copy on your way out if you want.
What?
What did my investigation consist of?
I hired you to get information about the Order of the Flesh, a satanic cult from the 15th century, in the hope that this would help us trap a present-day killer. My own investigation wasn't going anywhere.
Why me?
Why did you hire me?
I hired your mother first, John, but after a while she came to a dead end. I didn't know where to go from there. She said that if anyone could get further, it would be you.
Tell me about this killer.
He's been killing
So we are
hobos
playing
for
as John.
years.
Alright.
First he only burned them, but then his modus operandi evolved.
Sorry if I'm talking over the actual dialogue. I just want to sit here and just, want to make sure I'm keeping involved with you guys. What do you think about evolution?
How did the hobo killer evolve?
He stopped burning his victims and started torturing them using satanic rituals.
But you're the killer.
What led you to link him to this cult?
At a certain point, he started carving a sort of Y into the bodies of his victims, the symbol of the Order of the Flesh.
Which also stands for yesterday.
Tell me about this killer.
He's been killed.
Let's do the last
Why are
one.
you so interested in capturing him?
For a time, I worked as a volunteer in an NGO called the Children of Don Quixote. They help the homeless. Over the years, I stopped working with them because there's something that can help them more than I can. My money. It's been covering all their expenses since my parents died and I took over White Enterprises.
Or if we
I'm
killed
not
your
going
parents.
to allow anyone to keep attacking these people, John. And you're going to help me.
What had you discovered before hiring me?
The Order of the Flesh was founded in 1463 by an ex-priest named Ginés de Orduña.
Alright.
What was the Order of the Flesh about?
We know very little. They worshipped the devil and combined alchemy with torture in search of God knows what, until the Inquisition began to persecute them.
Alright.
Did the Inquisition put a stop to the Order of the Flesh?
In 1498, when it seemed like Cardinal Cisneros, the Grand Inquisitor, had them cornered, they disappeared from the map.
Those
They
bastards.
evaporated. No one knows how or to where.
I think I'll find out. Alright. I'm done with that.
What did my investigation...
I hired in the hope my own.
Guess I have to ask every question.
You started doing some research in the archives at the University of Salamanca in Spain, and you found something.
Oh man,
here.
I want to go to
A
Spain.
missive from the guard Captain Miguel de Somosierra to Cardinal Cisneros, written on the 31st of August, 1501.
Okay.
What did the letter say?
He stated that on that very morning his troops had traveled to the temple where they suspected the order was meeting, that they went in and interrupted a demonic ritual, that they killed all its members without mercy, and that finally they burned the church, reducing it to rubble and the ashes of satanic cadavers.
The letter didn't say anything else?
Yes, the captain congratulated him for the tip that led them to the temple. Literally, he said, "Thankfully, Your Excellency saw the relationship between the Order of the Flesh and the Holy Cathedral of Our Lady of Paris that led us to reveal the evil in an apparently holy church."
Those bastards.
What relationship is there between Notre Dame and the Order?
That was the next and final step in your investigation. Paris.
So do we get to go back to Paris?
What did I find out in Paris?
I don't know. You disappeared there for 15 days. When you finally called, you were very distressed. You told me that you found something very important and that you couldn't tell me over the telephone. So I flew to Paris.
What did I tell you?
Why didn't I tell you what I found out?
Because when I arrived at your hotel, you had attempted suicide. You were dying. You had swallowed mercury. Plus, you had cut your hand, drawing the symbol of the Order of the Flesh on your skin. It looked like a Y.
How did you know it was a suicide?
You left a note. Forgive me, Henry, but to get to the bottom of this, first I must die. Now you know everything, John. Talk to Laurie.
Have her give you your tickets.
What tickets?
Ah, did I forget to mention that? You're leaving for Paris this afternoon. That's okay with you, right?
Yeah, Henry.
His voice
I
changed.
need to know who I am.
Exactly, John. Your father would be proud of you.
Oh, damn.
He just went in.
We're already being tracked?
You're sure the suite does not bring back any memories, Monsieur Yesterday?
No, I'm sorry.
Dommage. Well, call me if you need anything at all. Thin air, vous êtes d'autres entertainment. You get my drift? blonde, brunette, bald, black, white, young, oldies, sex spots, fat ladies, dwarves, hussies, spinsters.
Holy
natural,
shit, this is France, I guess, eh?
450. And 10% discount if I get to watch. Okay?
Thank you, Albert. I'll keep it in mind.
What the fuck? While you're getting settled in, you notice something strange in the room. You can't put your finger on it, it's just a strange sensation. Alright, what do we gotta look at here? That might be it. The aroma of mercury comes back to you and you remember. You didn't try to kill yourself. Ah. A notebook. A fountain pen, courtesy of the hotel. You are grateful for Hotel Dore's thoughtfulness. As you gaze at the drawing, something comes back to you.
Your secret is safe with me, Monsieur Yesterday. I'll keep it from anyone who doesn't say these 2 words, including if it is you.
What 2 words? What 2 words? Picture opens like a door and... What did you hide in there? You try to force it open by sticking your fingernails under the edge, but then one would expect it doesn't open. Son of a bitch. The Hand by Sean Rogue. You lift the picture in case something behind it, and in fact there is a wall. Control game. Oh, that's creepy. An original sketch by Albin Groh for the movie Nosferatu, the Vampire, from 1922. Fucking love this movie. If you guys haven't watched this movie, I'm pretty sure the entire thing is on YouTube. It's a great classic old movie. Love it. You lift the picture in case, and there's a wall behind it. Alright, what's this picture of? Werewolf. Again, more wall. Alright. Peace and quiet. You move one of the balls and... Oh yeah. That metronome. The suitcase is full of clothes that your ultra-protective mother packed for you, and books that Henry sent to help you in your investigation. You're so fascinated by the memories of the room triggers to think about anything else in the suitcase. Alright. Telephone? You look under the telephone in case there's a clue, something out of place. Nothing. Front desk. Password.
I know that you have an envelope for me.
Of course, Monsieur Yesterday. But as per your instructions, you have to say 2 words before I can give it to you.
Oh no.
I'm sorry to say that the password does not include that word.
You tell yourself that it would be stupid to continue giving random passwords. Although you don't know yourself very well, you'd swear that you would have hidden the password somewhere in the suite. Alright. Previous day. Sweet.
Who's been in the room since my previous visit?
Only Mr. White, the maid, Matthew from maintenance, and me. But not a single guest.
Alright.
Someone has to clean the room, even if there are no guests, sir. By the way, if you're interested in her, be in the room tomorrow when she comes to clean it. She's new and frisky.
What the
Free
fuck?
fun dance on the first visit.
What an awesome hotel.
I just went to leave a small welcome gift on the terrace a little while ago, monsieur.
Alright.
The maid noticed that the extractor fan in the bathroom was not working, so I sent Matthew to fix it. Mr. White came to the hotel because you called him. He went up to the room, and that was when he found you half dead.
Alrighty.
Did I have any visitors?
Not a single one, monsieur, yesterday. I'm sorry to say that your behavior was very boring. Despite the fact that I dropped the price of my very best girls as much as 20%. Have you had a change of heart?
No, thank you.
25%? 30%?
What do you know about my suicide attempt?
Nothing. Well, that Mr. White found you, and he took you to a hospital in some kind of private ambulance. He made sure no one was the wiser. We don't want any scandals here.
Alright, that's very nice of him.
Is this hotel named after Gustave Doré, the artist?
Mais non. It's named after, well, another Doré, who's also an artist in his own way. The funny thing
What is that
is
supposed to
he's
mean?
the great-great-grandson of the original Doré.
Alrighty, well, I'm done. I've had to have hid this password somewhere. I know what to do. Steam. The steam from the hot water is immediately sucked into the extractor fan. Alright, well, I gotta break the extractor fan. Or not. I need a screwdriver. Rosemary oil. According to your books on Satanism, rosemary is used in different potions to achieve eternal life. Superstition or not, you take it. What's this stuff? Reparative hand cream. Alright. Will this cream repair the scar on your hand? No, but whatever. Take that as well. It's not the first time you've smelled this cologne. It smells like Henry, and without knowing exactly why, you don't like it. Alrighty. Soap. Natural soap. Well, I'll take it. You debate whether to take all the soap or not. Ended up compromising. A clean towel. You take the towel like a common hotel towel thief. Don't judge me! How do I get out of here? How do I leave? That's not going to do anything. No, I need to somehow get out of here. Which I don't know how I do that. There we go. Oh, reflection. Duh. I was trying to use the wall. What about the balcony? He said he left a gift for us out here? The wine. A welcome card, champagne, and a facsimile edition of Paradise Lost, with illustrations by Gustave Doré. Suddenly remember yourself cutting something out of a card, just like this one. You pick it up. Can I not take anything else? A spot of champagne? No, there's nothing to celebrate at the moment. Alright. A jacuzzi, more like a hot tub, since jacuzzi is just the most famous brand. At the moment, you don't care to take a bath. What's over here? The stone is rough. Okay. You feel around in vain for some kind of secret mechanism. I guess there's nothing. The first thing you visit in Paris won't be that, but rather Notre Dame. The Montreal City Hall was about to buy it and move it to Quebec. An urban legend? Probably, but who knows? Ha! That's awesome. Go Canada. We were going to steal the Eiffel Tower? Or is it the Louvre? No, that's definitely the Eiffel Tower. Alright, so I guess we gotta go back inside. I didn't bring a screwdriver or anything? Really? You could reread the books on satanic sex, but at this point you know what is in them by heart. Yeah, I know, I don't want to take them. So the problem is you haven't remembered writing anything down. There we go. There we go. Take that. But the blade is so dull, it's more like a letter ripper. Can we use it to unscrew this? You try moving the screws to the cover, but the end of the letter opener doesn't fit into the crosses on the heads of the screws. Damn. Alright. Guess that didn't work. I guess we have to go. Can we visit the Notre Dame? That's what it said we had to do. Oh, there's a button. There's a button. The control panel. Does it work? I don't know. What else can we click? A hint? Look for a rough stone to sharpen something that doesn't have much of an edge. I see. Sometimes I just need a little bit of help. There we go. The stone is so rough that it wears down the end of the letter opener remarkably fast. And now we use this to turn off the fan. Alright. Okay, I guess I can't do that. What if I threw the towel up there? There we go. Now we turn on the hot water. And we let the steam show us the message that was left on the mirror. It's gotta be that. Alchemy. I knew that was gonna be there. Alchemy. Now you remember. It was you who wrote the word there by mixing lotion with oil so it wouldn't be easy to clean off. So does that mean that's one of the words? Where would we have put the other word though? So if I call him...
Hello, son. Have you arrived? Have you had dinner? How was the flight? Have you remembered anything?
Flight.
The trip was oddly uncomfortable. Mr. White had reserved the entire first-class section for me, and I had 2 flight attendants hovering over me the whole time. It was impossible to get any reading done.
Dinner.
Guess what? On the plane, they offered me grapes for dessert.
And?
I tried them, Mom. They were delicious.
How strange. When you were a little boy, you used to spit them in my face. But I'm glad you finally come to like them, son. You've never eaten enough fruit.
It's very strange, Mom.
You stop there. This is your mother. What good would it do to worry her?
I've stopped remembering things since I met Mr. White.
Do you know the password, maybe?
On my last visit, I stored something using a password that I can't remember now. Any ideas what it is?
I don't know, son. Frank for your father, maybe. Elaine for me. Suzanne for that girlfriend you had. Or perhaps something having to do with Satanism? I don't know.
Suicide.
Mom, I don't think I tried to kill myself.
What are you saying, son?
You stop yourself. You can't tell your mother that someone tried to kill you.
It might have been an accident. Imagine that I broke a thermometer and that the mercury fell into a glass and then I drank from it without noticing and...
John, you don't have to reassure me. I know that nothing will happen this time. I trust you. You're intelligent and strong.
What about the dudes who were watching me when I checked in?
John, how are you doing?
Fine, Mr. White.
Henry. To you, I'm just Henry.
Yes, Henry, pardon me.
I don't like this.
The hotel is really over the top, Henry. Thank you.
Over the top? You'll never change, John. That's exactly what you said to me the last time.
The front desk clerk is a little odd, don't you think?
I don't remember him. I'll have him fired, all right?
No, don't fire him.
It's really nothing.
Better. We all have a right to make a living.
What the fuck?
When I was in New York, you mentioned my father. Did you ever meet him?
Excuse me, John. What do you have for me, Cooper?
A woman of about 50, passed out, drunk.
In one piece?
Almost.
Take her to the generator room. I want her awake and calm. Call me when she's ready. Excuse me, John.
Where were we?
Ah, yes. Dementia is a very hard thing. But let's not talk about that, okay?
Alright.
I'm starting to remember things, Henry.
Congratulations. I knew that this trip would help you. I just knew it.
Hiding place.
The last time I was in the hotel, I hid something.
Interesting. What could it be? Well, call me if you find it. Remember that anything you turn up, no matter how minor, can help us save lives.
Alright.
I didn't try to kill myself, Henry. Someone forced me to swallow the mercury.
What are you saying? I'll send a bodyguard. I'll call Lori. I'm sure we have someone in Paris. Don't leave the hotel. Someone will come for you.
Okay.
Good. That's one of the words. And the other?
Oh, God.
No. That is... I'm sorry to say that the...
Suzanne? Why?
Dommage. Dommage. I see...
I think it's hopeless. It's hopeless. He says we can call Mom again.
What really happened to my father? Was he crazy?
Son, I would have preferred for you not to find out. I told you that your father died in the tragedy at Cadway Station. But that's not what really happened.
What Cadway Station?
It's true that your father was in Cadway when the station caved in, but he survived. And he stayed there, living in its ruins. I begged him to come back home, but it was no use. He said that the station was the only place he felt safe.
Is he the hobo with the gun?
After the collapse, your father was traumatized. He said that he was being persecuted by a satanic sect called the Unmentionable Ones.
What?
As I've told you, your father was the world's leading expert on satanic sects. The best. He was my thesis director. That's how we met.
This is weird.
The last time I went to see him, I tried everything. But he didn't want to leave. He called me a heretic, and he disappeared without a trace.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Frank yesterday was a great man, John. A true scholar, a good husband, and the best of fathers. He loved you very much, John. Just don't make the same mistakes he did.
Something's too fishy about that. There's something fishy about them not talking about our dad. Still can't get in there. Can I use this? Although you sharpened the point of the letter opener, you would have had to have it filed it into exactly the shape of the original key to get the safety deposit box to open. Alright, so I guess that's a no. Do I feel like taking a bath yet? Alright. What? I looked at all the pictures. You slit the fabric on the back of the picture, but there's nothing hidden underneath. Well, this one. No. This one? No. Ah, and then you find something you no doubt put there yourself. Card with cutouts. Oh, I see. Let's go back. What if... Revolution. Is that the password? Alchemy Revolution?
Give me the envelope, Albert. Revolution. Alchemy.
We're getting back our memory, huh? I'll bring it right up.
Here you go, Monsieur Yesterday.
Thanks a lot, Albert.
Their photos? Huh?
Pretty photos. Naked, dirty, trashy, fifi.
What is your obsession with this shit, Albert?
Buyer, I can find you one. 10% discount if I can
Good
watch
night,
it.
Albert.
Oh, I see. That bulge must be some kind of toy. I'll leave you alone.
What the fuck, Albert? Jesus. You open the envelope and find two gifts you left for yourself. The Evergreen, 1853. That looks like a 2, but alright. And swim goggles. So obviously there's something in the fucking hot tub. Outlined in fluorescent paint, an 8x8 square of tile is your work, no doubt.
Did the words the Evergreen 1852 mean anything to you?
Of course. It's the name of a legendary chess match. Anderson moves the knight to e7 and defeats Dufresne in 24 moves.
E7. You can't put your finger on why, but it sounds familiar.
Did I ever tell you what I wanted the contents of the envelope for?
There's no need to, Monsieur Yesterday. But when you're finished with it, I'll buy it off you. 20% extra if it's clean.
Get out of here, weirdo. So first, we gotta look underwater. Oh no. You pry it out with the letter opener and find a small package wrapped in plastic. You unfold the plastic and find a key. I'm guessing the key's gonna open the safe. That's all we left behind. The tout petit, a card from an antique shop a few blocks from the hotel. You decided to visit tomorrow, and just then... It's not the first time the image of this girl comes to mind, whoever she is. The solution, tomorrow. If they let you.